Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Tuesday, the 17th day of December 2024. I hope you're safe and healthy today. I hope your family is safe, healthy, and that the needs of you and your family on this Tuesday in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, along with first responders who every day are trying their best to save lives. Those also that pick up garbage and doing the work of keeping our cities and towns and sidewalks and streets clean. Those also that make deliveries such as mail for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women out here trying to help, rescue, deliver, and recover the teenagers and children that are the victims of child molestation and pedophilia. People that are also victims, that are helping to deliver victims of prostitution and victims of child prostitution. People that are helping to deliver victims of pornography and victims of child pornography, sex slavery, and human trafficking. Double curses on the perpetrators and those who profit, and double curses especially on the perverts that drive the demands to have these heinous industries. Finally, blessings upon the homeless. More than 600,000 men, women, children, families, senior citizens, and veterans homeless in the United States of America, and millions around the world in similar or worse conditions. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. It looks like we're going to get a Landry Shamet sighting very soon. He played in the Westchester G League last night. I don't know. I didn't see the game, so I don't know what he looked like overall. I just saw a couple of highlights of him shooting a jump shot, and the jump shot looked good in those highlights. But we're going to assume he's going to come back as strong as he was prior to the injury, which is why he took the time. The Knicks have been taking their time with him. He is going to provide, and there's going to be those that look at this in a very cursory and stupid manner and just look at his height and say, oh, another short guy. No, he's going to provide three very important areas for the Knicks. He's going to provide perimeter defense. He's going to provide very elite shooting. And he's going to provide, of course, high IQ basketball, which fits with the rest of the Knicks. So this is going to be very important. And the thing is, prior to his injury, there was one preseason game that was played like it was a regular season game. It was the game against the Minnesota Timberwolves after the trade went down for El Gato Grande. And so in that game, Landry Shamet, that's a game, and I'm not using the game in terms of the results being going to be the same. I wish, because the Knicks won 115-110, and both teams was using their regular rotation pieces that day. The only guy that didn't play was Julius Randle. He didn't play yet. I think they were still making sure his shoulder was healed at that time. But that game, all of their rotation pieces played except for Juju, and they were going at it hard. Ant played 27 minutes, DiVincenzo 27 minutes, Nas Reed 22, Rudy Gobert 28, Jay McDaniels 18, and Jay McDaniels only played 18 because he had 5 personal fouls. Then, of course, they had Joe Ingles at the time. He's hurt now. And Nicholas Alexander-Walker and Josh Minot, that was their rotation. They went hard. And the Knicks, and this is why I'm bringing this up, the Knicks rotation looked like this. You had your regular starters. Mikal Bridges played 30 minutes. OG Anunoby 29. Karl Anthony Towns 29. Jalen Brunson 24. And Josh Hart 25. And then you had Precious Achiuwa playing 19. You had Cameron Payne playing 20, Deuce playing 24, and Landry Shamet playing 22. Also in that game, Jericho Sims played 13. Now that's going to slightly change, but the framework and the template of what you saw as the rotation then is eventually what it's going to look like, I feel like now. In that game, Shamet and Deuce, neither of them shot ball well, but Deuce was plus 13 and Shamet was plus 9 in that game. Deuce scored 12 points and Shamet scored 13. Deuce was 3 of 11 and Shamet was 4 of 11 from the field. And so that part you're not going to see like that most of the time. You're going to see them shoot the ball well, but they shot the ball bad that game and they still played well because of the defensive end of the floor in which both of them performed at a high level. Now, I know Cameron Payne and Deuce played well together, and they all three played at times together in this game against Minnesota. But before Shamet's injury, even though Cameron Payne is dynamite, don't get me wrong, I don't want nobody to come tripping, you sleeping on Cameron Payne. No. Deuce and Shamet was better. And I'm just saying, Cameron Payne is dynamite, but Deuce and Shamet was better than Cameron and Deuce. I'm just telling you. So that's why Tibbs found a way to get Shamet in this game for 22 minutes. Okay? And I think that's going to continue. So the perimeter defense that we have seen from the Knicks has been one of the Achilles heels this year. Okay? Been one of the Achilles heels. With Shamet added to that, you're just going to strengthen the perimeter defense. Okay, and you put Deuce and Shamet together, it's going to be dynamite. Now, you're going to see sets where all three of them play together. Tibbs was experimenting with that in the preseason. And so I think you're going to see sets where you see all three of them play together with two of the starters or with Precious and one star, right? So that's going to be probably Gato and Precious, or Gato or OG and Precious or McCall and Precious. It could be any of them. But you're going to see them play together in sets for a few minutes a game. This is going to enhance the Knicks. So I don't know when officially Shamet will be back. I know it's going to be soon. I'm thinking myself, I was thinking he would be back by Thanksgiving, but that was my hope. We got Precious back around that time, but Shamet is now going to be back now. So I'm thinking the 27th of December, the Knicks are in Orlando. That's a week from this Friday, I believe. The Knicks are in Orlando. The 28th of December, the Knicks are in Washington. It's a back-to-back on the road. That would be a great time to bring Shamet back because now you got the extra body and the extra energy that you're going to need in the second night of a back-to-back. So that, I think, might be a good target date to be looking for him. And so, yeah, I'm excited about getting him back, especially like we're talking about the playoff run. See, right now, all teams are really trying to, we're now in 25 games into the season for most teams. And so now the dogfight for playoff positioning begins. And it's going to get intense. And as you get into March, it's going to get real intense. And then as you get to the end of March, it's pretty much going to be solidified. You're going to see a couple of teams still fighting for playoff spots. Those that are trying to get in the play-in and those trying to solidify those last top four positions. But right now, here, it starts in earnest. Right here around the time of Christmas, it's going to start. Okay, the Knicks, right as of today, are in the third spot in the Eastern Conference. Pretty much, they're just percentage points ahead of Orlando. So this game against Minnesota on Thursday becomes important because if the Knicks team beat Minnesota, the Minnesota game is going to be tougher than the Orlando game we just had a couple of days ago because Orlando was missing their two top guns. It was good that the Knicks beat them on the road. Great win for the Knicks. It was the first time since Josh Hart has been here. I didn't know that they actually won in Orlando. So here we are. But this game against Minnesota is going to be tougher because they got their full contingent. Juju is healthy. Only guy they missed is Joe Ingles. And so they're going to be in pretty good shape. Okay? And they are fighting for playoff position. Right now, they are tied for sixth with Phoenix. They're half a game, both them and Phoenix, from the fifth seed, which is Denver. So they are both 14-11. Denver's 14-10. They are 6-4 in their last 10, and they've won 2 straight. So, they're ready to ball. The Knicks are 7-3 in their last 10. They won their last game against, as we know, as I mentioned, against Orlando. They'll be looking for their second straight here. So this is going to be a tough game. Now, we're not going to have, I don't think we'd have Shamet for this game, but we got enough to beat these guys. We got enough firepower to beat these guys. Nobody's on the injured list but Mitch Robb, basically, and Hoop Party, which wouldn't play anyway. So you got, basically your contingent or your 8-man rotation right now. So this is going to be a tough game, and I'm glad we're getting Shamet back, probably, if not, like I said, at the end of December, I expect him to be back first game after New Year, something like that, because he's ready. He's going to be ready to play. He's been taking his time getting ready, and it's going to sign him to a contract for the rest of the season, probably put Matt Ryan back in the G League and keep him there for a minute, and then bring Landry Shamet in and make him part of the rotation. And like I said, it's going to take him a few games, to get back in NBA speed and timing. Right now, he's in the G League. G League speed ain't NBA speed, but he knows NBA speed. He knows NBA speed. He can shoot in NBA speed. So by the time we have him acclimated, and then you're talking about getting Mitchell Robinson back, you're going to have something. you're going to really have some at that time. So with that situation coming, it's an exciting situation to me. And like I said, all of these guys, when you're talking about playoff basketball, Bridges or Anunoby, Towns, Brunson, Hart, all deep playoff experience. Precious Achiuwa, Deuce McBride, Cameron Payne, and Landry Shamet, all big-time playoff experience. So that's important as you're getting to the stretch run of the season. This is why I keep trying to tell some of you knuckleheads. There's some idiot talking about, why can't that idiot get 10 minutes? Because we ain't got 10 minutes. We trying to win this thing, man. Some people just straight stupid. But this is what you need going into the playoffs. Guys with playoff experience that know what it is like to play under that pressure. This is what we got. This is what we got. So when we get Shamet back, which like I said, I'm thinking in a week, we get him back. They sign him to a contract. I'm sure it's got something to do with the money and the timing and all that. But with the Don, he ain't taking no shorts. But we getting Shamet back. That's the big news. He's gonna bring that shooting. It's going to be on. So he's taking full contact. As Tibbs said, he's now played a G League game. He's going to be close to coming back very shortly. Like I said, so this is good. Right now, the Knicks said, we just waiting for Mitchell Robinson. I don't care if it's the end of December or the end of January. We're going to get him back, and we're going to get him back healthy, and then it's going to be on. But right now, it's going to be on because we got Shamet coming back, and we got a full contingent. It's going to be good. So I'm excited. Like I said, we should see a very, very improved perimeter defensively and more shooting on the floor. So you see eventually Deuce with Shamet out there. It's going to be good. It's going to be very good. So, and then of course, look, you get less minutes on your starters. See, all people that was whining about the starters playing more minutes, so short-sighted and stupid because they didn't have a bench. But now they're going to have a bench. Okay, and you're going to see Mikal Bridges 30 minutes, OG 29, Kyle Anthony Towns 29, Brunson 24, Hart 25. When you can run like that down the stretch run, now you're ready for the playoffs. Okay, now I don't know what Tibbs is going to do in the playoffs. Tibbs don't like to play 9 guys in the playoffs. He likes to play 7 or 8. So I don't know what's going to happen. But right now, it's on. Y'all enjoy your Tuesday. So